is the Burn Factory. This is the Burn Factory. Priest James in Phoenix. This is the Burn Factory.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another recap show. Today is actually a special show we're doing, Phoenix.
Very special, very special.
We are going to be giving you our 3 burn moments that we saw in the Kayla Harrison versus Larisa Pachenko fight for the PFL World Championship.
Priest, you know, this one hits home a little bit. I'm kind of sad, man. You know, Kayla being judo, us growing up doing judo. I mean, we even have her gi hanging up right here in the Burn Factory loft. Man, this one really hits home. But, I mean, good for Larisa. She got it done.
She did. Incredible.
All right, well.
Actually pretty shocked that she did win. I mean, Kayla Harrison was a favorite by so many on the odds sheet. But sucks, like how Phoenix said, because we did judo growing up, and sucks that a judo player lost. But
yeah. It's actually, you know what the one thing I really like about PFL is, like you said, the live odds. It kind of shows you the live odds on the screen. And at one point in the middle of the second round, it was like, Kayla was like minus 1480. Like, it was insane. And then, you know, Larisa got it done. But, Priest, I don't know if I'm sold on her winning.
You don't think she won?
No. Granted, we weren't watching it live. We were on vacation. But rewatching it, I don't know, dude. The 5th round, I think Pachenko won, but that 4th round, I don't know. I think Kayla won.
No, Larisa won.
Constantly on the offense, singles, doubles.
She wasn't doing anything though on the ground.
She took her down twice.
But she wasn't doing anything. Larisa was doing more.
Doesn't matter.
Larisa was doing more damage on her back than Kayla was on top.
Okay, Priest. Well, these short shots with the hammer fist from the bottom.
It's better than not doing anything.
I know, but Kayla.
Look, I got him. He's stumbling.
I got him. He did not get me.
I got you.
You're telling me if Kayla got 3 takedowns. Sorry, I said 2 before. She got 3 takedowns. How does Pachenko win the round? How? By throwing small little hammer fists from the bottom? That doesn't win you around. That doesn't win you around.
Damage does.
No, it doesn't. That's not damage.
Then how did Sean O'Malley win?
He hurt Peter on the feet. Peter was stumbling. Kayla wasn't on the ground.
Same exact thing.
That's
Peter
not
Yan
the
was
same
on top of
exact
Sean
thing.
O'Malley, and Sean O'Malley was doing more
That's
damage
not
out the back.
No, the damage came from the. That is not the same
exact fight. Almost.
No, because the damage came when Sean O'Malley landed the flying knee and Peter Yan got busted up. That's damage. Short shots on the bottom is not damage.
Well, Kayla was getting hurt.
No, she wasn't.
Yes, she was.
She was not getting hurt from on top of her.
Let's lead me right into my first burn moment. It was Kayla Harrison getting tired. That was my first burn moment.
That has nothing to do with damage, though.
Listen. My first burn moment was Kayla getting tired after the 3rd round. She was completely exhausted. She went for takedowns. Every single time she went for a single leg, she would just sit there and hold. It was almost like she was flat. And Larisa was just sitting there pounding, which wins the round.
That doesn't win the round, Priest.
Yes, it does.
How does that? If someone is on the single leg and you're constantly defending a single leg, and she even got taken down, how does that win you the round? Tell me how that wins you the round. How does that win a round?
How do you win a round when you take someone down the ground but don't do anything?
It's still a takedown.
But she wasn't doing anything.
Look at Habib. Look at Islam. Look at every wrestler in the UFC. Every wrestler in the UFC, you take someone down for 3 rounds, you win the fight. You take someone down 2 out of 3 rounds, you win the fight. You take someone down 3 out of 5 rounds, you win the fight.
Okay, then
that's winning the fight.
Okay, then Peter Yan won the fight then.
No,
it's the same exact fight.
It isn't.
It was the same exact fight
because it is so different because Sean O'Malley landed a flying knee and sent Peter Yan almost falling into the cage, busted up. That is damage. When you're throwing tiny shots like this, that's not damage. Kayla wasn't stumbled. Kayla wasn't hurt. Kayla was not hurt.
In the 4th round, Larisa started teeing off on her, and she was against the cage just like
this. She was on her back.
When they were standing
on her back the entire round.
Yeah, but she was still doing more damage from the bottom. I don't understand.
This is
I don't. I don't
How
understand.
how can you have a podcast on fighting and don't know what the difference between a Sean O'Malley damage against Peter Yan, where Peter Yan's busted
It's
up,
same se-
and
but
someone being on top of you
you're
and you're
saying-
landing short little shots? That's like almost pity patty to the ribs.
You're
It's
saying-
the same thing.
You're basically saying then Jan won the fight.
Did I say that, Priest? Did
You
I say
said
that?
Kayla
No.
won the fight.
Yes, she did. She won
She lost.
she won the fourth round, and she won the
She
fight.
lost,
She won the
though.
first round. She won the third round, and she won the fourth round.
You can
She
argue
won the
about
fight.
it all you want, but she still lost.
Whatever.
But
I'm
anyways,
saying
going
in
back to my
heart-
burn moment. Going back to my burn moment. She was exhausted after third round. Every time she went to the single leg, she would just quit, and then Larisa just started hitting her the ground again.
Okay, whatever. This conversation is dumb, but okay. That was your burn moment. Okay, that's good. I do actually believe that Kayla did get tired. In the fourth and fifth round, she had some takedowns that were not the best attempts, but I mean, she was still threatening with the takedown and advancing, which I think won her the round. But
There were so many times Larisa almost slipped her into
she didn't.
a guillotine.
Oh, okay. So you lead me right into my burn moment. My burn moment's in the second round. Right around the 320 mark, Kayla was deep on a single leg. She had was about to finish it. She did actually finish it, but she fell straight into a guillotine. And when she fell into the guillotine, she immediately bailed out of the guillotine, ended up on her back, and Larisa was even attempting for a Darce choke. So in that whole transition in the second round, there was a lot of scrambles, a lot of groundwork, and I think Larisa won the scrambles on the ground, and I think that gave her some confidence that, hey, I'm here on the ground. And I think just throughout the entire fight, she didn't accept being on the ground. When she was on her back, like you said, she was throwing little shots to the head, and she was
Big
threatening.
shots.
Okay, big shots to the on. See, you stumbled
Sounds
me
better.
up. Big shots when she was on her back. She was always threatening with arm bars, triangle chokes, whatever. She was just constantly threatening with Kayla on top. So I think my burn moment is in the second round when she won that scramble, and obviously the guillotine attempt helped a lot. But I think that just gave her the confidence that she's there on the ground and she can compete with Kayla on the ground.
Was that the same round when Larisa had her in the triangle and Kayla started squiggling around?
Yeah,
a
I
lot?
think that was the
That
end of the round. It wasn't really that deep.
It was
it
tight
was-
though. She was moving. She
Yeah,
was trying
but
to get out.
she didn't even have the lock on her legs. It was kind of like her legs were just crossed.
Mm.
So I mean, I don't think she could have finished her from that. But even though somehow she still lost the round. I don't know on the scorecards. I went
Yeah.
back and looked them up online. They gave Pachenko 2, 4, and 5,
2, 4, 5.
which I agree. I think Kayla won 1 and 3. I think 2 was close. I think 4 was close.
2
I
is
mean-
definitely close. I thought
You damn near could have said.
Or,
Some people
3.
could have said Kayla won
Wait.
4-1.
Pachenko won 3, right?
No, she won 2, 4, and 5.
Oh, so Kayla won 3?
Yeah, 1, 3, 1,
Okay,
3.
that was the round where I was like, yeah, Kayla.
Yeah.
Kayla almost finished her a couple times in the fight from what it looked like.
Yeah, she had her back a few times, which is good.
Oh, just in, like,
All
cheek
right,
on
we're
the
going
top.
we're going on a little bit of a tangent, Priest. We got 2 burn moments down. Last
gotta
burn
go.
moment. Gotta give it to me.
Yep. Final burn moment. I honestly think Kayla losing is the best scenario that could have happened for her. Because if you go back and you look at all the Olympic or judo competition she did for like the Olympics in 2011. 2011 was when she fought in the World Championship finals. Is that that's what
Yeah.
it's called? The World Championship finals. And she lost. She took bronze. And the year later in the 2012 Olympics won gold. So what I'm saying is I think that is the best scenario that could have happened for Kayla Harrison. Same thing for she again in 2014. She fought in the world, lost in the World Championships, took bronze again. In the 2016 Olympics, won gold. So all I'm saying is that when Kayla Harrison loses, she always comes back and wins with like another crazy bang of
Yeah.
something. I mean, it could be the UFC championship next, or she could rematch Pachenko and beat her dominantly.
You're right. I think this was the best thing for her because she was undefeated. No one could stop her. No one even immediately had a threat against her.
I mean, all of her opponents, she made her look easy.
Yeah, very easy. But
Easy.
I don't know. Going forward, I think this is just gonna light a fire under her. But I also think that was not the best Kayla we saw. I think, like you
Yeah,
said, she was a little flat.
Mhm.
Her movement, even on the feet, she wasn't as quick, elusive. She
it was
wasn't
almost
throwing a
like-
lot of feints. She almost just like, like
accepted being on her back.
no, not necessarily that. It was more that like coming into the fight, it's almost like you feel like sluggish, like you just can't get your mojo. Like kind of like a golf, for example. You're playing in a golf tournament and you can't find that groove, you can't find that mojo. And I feel like that was Kayla. I feel like she was uneasy all night, and gosh.
Phoenix is having a brain burn moment.
It ultimately was I was trying to say. It ultimately, bit her in the ass and she lost.
Beep.
But we'll see. They'll have to rematch it.
Oh, for sure.
I don't know if because PFL's weird. They do 5 fights. The first 2 are like
And
seeding
it's like
fights,
the tournament.
and
Isn't
then you go to the quarters, the semis, the finals. So you're fighting 5 fights a year, which that's kind of crazy. But I wager to say they're just gonna kind of keep them apart and try to do the finales next year for the rematch as well.
I'm almost thinking, do you think Kayla will go to the UFC?
I don't know. She just resigned.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, Kayla just resigned to the PFL. So
Okay.
yeah, she's there for a while. Side note, I feel bad for Marlon Moraes, man. If you guys don't know, he also fought earlier in the night for the Bantamweight championship. And he was up 2-0, just looked unbelievable.
Look crisp.
And then got caught with the right hand, and that was the end of the end. That's sad, man. His last 5 fights, he's been knocked
Him and
out.
Frankie, dude.
It's hard. I liked Marlon Moraes. Against Henry Cejudo, he looked phenomenal the first 2 rounds. And then ultimately Cejudo kind of put it on him and put him away.
Yeah.
He gets tired. There's like a huge drop off. Like how people slowly
I wonder
get
if it's
tired?
just. I wonder if he has so much adrenaline in the fight, and then like after he like realizes he's up 2-0, he almost has that adrenaline dump.
Yeah.
And just like
Yeah, it is.
kind
And
of
he's
like
built. Like he's shredded, and he has some big muscles, and they take a lot of oxygen to fill those muscles.
and
so.
he has power. Whenever he knocked out Aljo,
Yeah. Yeah, but poor Marlon Moraes ruined his PFL debut. But you know what? We'll see. We'll see if he keeps going.
hopefully.
I don't know.
I don't want him to fight after being how many times has he been knocked out?
he just signed to the PFL, so he's got to fight
Oh.
probably a good 4 or 5 times. I just hope he doesn't get knocked out again, because
Yeah.
that would be hard to see.
If that happens, then he's done.
All right, Priest. Well, that's a wrap from this special episode. Kayla Harrison versus Larisa Pashenko, the PFL Lightweight Championship that happened this past weekend, which is a bit sad to see because we were so close to the judo family. But like you said, Priest, ultimately going to be better for Kayla.
Yeah, I love Kayla at the end of the day, but I just had to argue with Phoenix because I thought she lost fair and square.
Okay. Well, we can agree to disagree.
Yeah, facts. I'm just glad there was no hands involved because he would have been dropped.
Okay.
But like always, please check out my foundation, priestjamesfoundation.org. Again, priestjamesfoundation.org to understand why this is called the Burn Factory.
Yes, sir. But we'll see you guys for our pre-show. UFC 282 is coming up.
Change of main events, by the way.
Oh, yeah, we forgot to talk about that. We'll have to wait on that for the next video. You guys can hear our thoughts on the change of the main event. But that's going to do it. We'll see you in Las Vegas.
Patty the baddie.
Oh, Patty the Baddie.